to exercise their control with a wholesome direction, the remedy is not to take it from them, but to inform their direction by education. Join Love FM 105.1 and Love TV Live for the program, The Afternoon Conversation. We provide you a platform for open dialogue and intellectual exchange. We encourage listeners to think critically, challenge their perspectives, and explore different viewpoints on various subjects by fostering a respectful and inclusive environment. The Afternoon Conversation on Love FM 105.1 and Love TV Live from Monday through Friday, 2 to 3:30 p.m. with your host, Rufus Divine Cannon. Don't miss out. I know of no safe depository of the ultimate powers of society but the people themselves. And if we think them not enlightened enough to exercise their control with a wholesome direction, the remedy is not to take it from them, but to inform their direction by education. Join Love FM 105.1 and Love TV Live for the program, The Afternoon Conversation. We provide you a platform for open dialogue and intellectual exchange. We encourage listeners to think critically, challenge their perspectives, and explore different viewpoints on various subjects by fostering a respectful and inclusive environment. The Afternoon Conversation on Love FM 105.1 and Love TV Live from Monday through Friday, 2 to 3:30 p.m. with your host, Rufus Divine Cannon. Don't miss out.
All thanks and appreciation to God Almighty for having spent our life to see another day. Indeed, it's the dawn of a new day. We are privileged again to be here to talk on those issues that matters to the growth and development of our beloved country, Mama Liberia. Good afternoon, folks. Those following us via our live feed on Facebook, we say welcome. And for those of you listening to us via our online radio, loveradioonline.com, we say you are highly welcome as well. And if you are following us due to you tuning in to our FM Mika band, we say welcome. Indeed, you are indeed our special listener, and we look forward to your participation. We look forward to your participation on the issues we will be talking about this afternoon. Too many things to talk about, and I'm privileged this afternoon to have Martina, who just returned from her sabbatical, but we will get there. We'll be looking at new appointments in government, the security and the rule of law, and that of the county meet activities. Too many things happening. The county meet is taking a shift. Yes, the teams are advancing to the semifinals. They are in the quarterfinal stages. So a lot of interesting seen from the county meet on yesterday. And sadly, the Football Association lost one of its members. Her lifeless body was found along the Japanese freeway, precisely around the NTA community between the Chikizu factory and that of the LPRC areas. So her lifeless body, after the game on yesterday, she went to witness the game. After the game on yesterday, the late Vivian Sumo, her lifeless body was found this morning. We say, may her soul and the souls of all faithful departed rest in peace and life perpetual shine on them they had. So, Martina, welcome. How was your trip to Sierra Leone?
Not bad, it was okay.
So, how was your own experience there?
Well, it was kind
A
of
business trip, right?
exactly.
My aunt top Peter. What are you laughing for? I want to say a business trip, you laughing. What happened?
Nothing.
So, how's the business climate in Sierra Leone? You went as a businesswoman, now as a journalist now. So let's hear the business aspect of Sierra Leone.
Yeah, the business aspect of Sierra Leone is not bad, at least when it comes to how business run there. The relationship is good, where you have to make some exchange with people and things. So I agree them when it comes to business. That relationship is good when it comes to business.
What kind of business, if we ask? Yeah, you abide to duty on your journalistic approach. So let's leave your business trip. So, too many things happen in the country while you were here, and in your absence. We understand that a lot of things happen. The president, after the Supreme Court came up with the ruling on the LTA issue, the tenure positions. Subsequently, the president suspended the folks and commissioned an audit by GAC. So GAC is asked to do a thorough audit at the LTA, and he also mandated that um, an IT management team takes over. And today, I think today is the takeover day
Yeah,
of
today is the first
the
day.
folks who um, were appointed, and when the Supreme Court said to the president in his ruling that there were missteps,
Yeah, on the tenure position.
the president used the same team that he appointed to act in the position. But prior to that, on that Friday, scores of folks from the LTA are calling to the video footage that we saw there. They said allegedly folks were taking some belonging from the LTA offices. So police was immediately sent, and she being the head of that institution, the madam was prevented from leaving until her vehicle was searched. And that brought a scene where we saw on some media outlets the police searching the vehicle and requesting that belongings for the institution should remain at the institution, like the laptop and other stuff. Yes, and at the end of the day, the lawyer, Phil Dixon, came, he intervened, and at the final analysis, the laptop was sent back to the office and she left. So there are too many things happening. We also, on yesterday, the county meet prior to yesterday's game, on Saturday was the start of the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
And you understand that your county Nimba went against Grand Gideon. Yes, your county Nimba went against the Grand Gideon on Saturday, and the football match went extra time, and at the end of the day, due to poor visibility, the committee postponed the match, the 30 minutes extra time for today. So the folks will be at the SKD, I think, about now or 4 o'clock.
Yeah,
for
4
the
p.m. is the game.
conclusion of that match. So the 30 minutes will be played. So 15 minutes. Who emerged as the winner goes to the semifinals. And on yesterday, Lofa County defeated Bombing County. Yes, the vice
The game was
president.
not fair.
I come in.
We all know.
Football. We are coming. I will explain to you. The vice president defeated his wife county. Yes. You understand that Martina football is not something that you can just, it's a science. So if you do not know that science, what happens? You will just speak from the outside. Oh, where the people say, the people
Okay,
say.
Rufus, because it's in your shoe now.
No,
Yes,
the
yes,
people
Rufus.
say-
I knew you had something to
The
say
people
about
say,
this game.
but that was a penalty. The goalkeeper was in the box, and where the play took place at the line, the line, the penalty line, the 18-yard box is where that incident took place. And the player had 85 to 95% ball possession. Anything short of that, it wouldn't have been a penalty, but the goalkeeper never had possession of the ball. The player had possession of the ball. He made a touch on the ball before the goalkeeper came on him. So, looking for more indication and someone who played the game, we saw the referee decision as the right decision he made. But let's understand there was some ruly behavior on the part of the Bonding County team. The players marched out to the referee.
Yeah, even though their attitude was wrong, but I think
So those players need to be suspended from, yes, football is discipline.
of
Let's understand.
course.
Football is discipline. If you are not disciplined, you cannot play the sports.
Okay, let's just say they went with the mind of being cheated. They feel like they'll be cheated in a game, and definitely it happens. So even at that, I think 1 or 2 years ago, Neymar had similar occurrence with Lofa Kante. Yes.
No, not Nima and Lofa. That Nima and I
Nima-
think Nima and the same passer. Or
Nima
Nima
and
or Grand Crew, one of them. When
Yeah,
Nima
and
walk
then-
off the pitch.
Yeah.
So tell the
Because,
other one,
you know,
don't
when
put
the,
Lofa
when,
inside.
the, when the player get a mindset, whatever happened on the field, they take it to that kind of way. They don't want to solve up the problem on the field. They just want to run up their own decision. It was actually wrong for them to run to the referee, and then
He was
Yeah.
physically attacked.
yeah, that was wrong. Actually, I won't back that. It was very unfair.
So why should the players go with the mindset that they were going to be defeated?
You know, like the most senior citizen of Lova.
No, take that out of the picture.
No,
Let's get it
that's
rid
the
of.
issue. That's the issue. Because we've been watching the game.
So
Don't
you
let
feel,
it go
so
back-
let's place it
go
in the,
back.
let's place it in the form and manner.
Mm-hmm.
So should we say because the vice president is for Nimba,
Mm-hmm.
that's why Grand Jita was cheated?
No. Our game was fair.
What made the game?
Very, very fair. We didn't cheat anybody. Who was the first to score?
The
We.
people score on you.
Oh, yeah.
The people.
All of the folks, they were rejoicing. Yeah, they were happy when they scored. Time for us to play now. They say, oh, you're bringing a small thing on the field. All that other stuff
Uh-uh.
they had to
The
say.
father matter.
But what?
Babu was Tivakola today.
Oh,
Yeah.
Christian will go home now. Nima can be the least.
Why?
Nima just no Nima, no Kante me. I can tell anybody.
Why?
Because like we got everything. All of our players, you know, like we are watching and we are prepared for the game. What are the vice president on the field? The vice president not there. Nima will
So
win.
should the is the president of the vice president or the president have influence on the decision of the referee?
At times it can be like that. Some people can just feel that. I don't know why they take that all of fear from all feelings where when you see the vice president on the field or the president saying me like you must cheat in his
No, you
interest.
you also have that same thought. That's why you said the penalty that was given it wasn't fair. But in splits of a meaning, Lofa scored the second goal.
Yeah, Lofa school at second. Actually,
That cheating.
I didn't watch your game. I didn't get time to your game. So I'm not going to go in depth of it. If I own the field, I would have said a lot. But I wasn't there.
So that yes.
And I was just supporting for me against Lofa.
Why?
I just wanted Lofa to be out because I get big mouth. There you yeah. Defending Lofa.
So I'm getting help on my mind. Okay, Danje Wonwe, thank you so much for always joining us. We appreciate you. Tell us where you join us from. We will appreciate that so highly. So now to other issues. Well, when it comes to security, we think that more needs to be done. So to speak, more needs to be done when it comes to security. This is just few weeks, if not two, since the first female pass on the Somalia Drive in a brutal scene, where she's been laid to rest now, and another female have been, we don't know the circumstance for which that led to her death, but her body, her lifeless body, was found in the drainage on the Japanese freeway.
And you know
Yes.
that Japanese
And
freeway always
we've been told she's the I think the
manager
coach or manager of the under 20 female
national
team,
team.
national team.
Mm-hmm.
So the late Vivian Sumo met her demise. Then last night after she left the sports complex on her way home, how the incident occurred. We look forward to getting reports from the police,
Mm-hmm.
but her lifeless body was actually seen in the drainage on the Japanese freeway around the NTA Chikizu factory areas. So we want to say to the police, we want to say to the John Security, make your presence felt. Let your presence at night be visible in all of the areas. I can recall a few years back, there were these joint movement by the security apparatus, what we call the joint security,
Mm-hmm.
from 6 to the diner for New Day. You have the police, the joint security, taking a tour around the city
Even
and
of
in the
recent,
communities,
it happened when the
around the communities, in the communities, and the
mm-hmm.
main streets. Because, man, you electricity is security by itself.
Sure.
I believe when there was electricity last night on that Japanese freeway, what happened there, folks would have seen from afar if it was a couple between the late Vivian and some gangs or
Mm-hmm.
whoever they may be that took away her life. People would have seen if she was dropped after being handled, mad handled, and in a lifeless mood, dropped around that area. People would have seen whether it was a vehicle or was individuals who dropped her there.
And
But because we have low in
security.
electricity,
Mm-hmm.
the presence of the security is now felt during the night hours. There are crimes on the increase. So the police or the joint security need to beef up their strength. The Justice Ministry should strategize in going all out.
Mm.
Maybe you may term it as Operation Mosquito Net or Operation Date, where simultaneously all over the country you have the patrol of the joint security in the communities. There are terrible things happening in the communities. You understand that some communities are dark and it becomes a no-go zone.
Exactly.
It becomes a no-go zone. I tell you for free, when you take your time to go around the Japanese freeway, the New Georgia Junction, the Baton Junction of late, since the passing of the late Amanda, the presence of the police, is felt there to some extent, to some extent. But let's understand, we must have the patrol team, the joint security touring those areas, the main streets, and that of the communities. Martina, you understand that the guys gang themselves in these communities. There are some areas you cannot. The Gatmosville supermarket, I've been told, as early as 7, 8 o'clock, you cannot walk freely to go up to the Snow Hill community areas. The Simaka community, all those areas are terrorized by the same young people who gang themselves in these ghettos. There are a lot of areas that have become no-go zone. So the security need, now, there must be a measure put in place where if you are just loitering at night, you must be arrested and kept until the next day.
Mm-hmm.
If there's no one to identify you, trust you. There must be alternative measure put in place because nowadays you follow the People just loiter at night. And some of these groups that gang themselves in lottery, all they go after vulnerable people who come from entertainment areas, or they come from work, finding their way home. Most especially our sisters and brothers who work at the entertainment centers, they work at these nightclubs and stuff like that. They're going home late at night. They're being attacked. The valuables are taken. If you put up resistance, you'll be stabbed, and nothing will come out of it. So if the patrol of the joint security, where the AFL inclusive, because mind you, now in this country, that's one of the forces that the folks who get themselves gang up to do evil are afraid of. So if you have the presence of the AFL and all of security apparatus patrolling, where you have the vehicles on the main route, then you got the guys in the community trekking in the communities. Trust me, it will bring some level of sanity. What's your take on that?
Like this whole Somalia driveway, why is it all the time body being found along that whole Japanese freeway? It's something where the government have to come in, because I can remember like somebody of January, they had a police patrol. It was all around in the anywhere you pass in place where you see the police car, they were moving around like that. People was concerned. Why is it the police all on the street? People try, and sometimes they will stop and ask you how far you going. Why you stay uptown at this? If you can't get reason, they will send you back. They tell you like, no, you get movement, no free movement, now you have to get back. I've seen that twice. But since they installed that street like, I know that police boots on the road, I stopped seeing them for some time. So the issue of the gang in let's say Somalia drive area or around the place, there's something that we should be able to look at. People leave from out, go home at night. We make the law, we spoil the law. Group of people cannot come together and say nobody pass here, and then the government will say that, joint security say that and say yes, nobody will pass it because Corona men said that and say nobody pass it. The life of citizens should be protected. But police will tell you, say, sometimes you even stand by the police and then something happened to you, the police will tell you that he's not able. So if the police is not able, then who will be able to rescue the person inside them? The issue of Dana, the police say they have catch one of the suspect. Up to now, where are those people? You have given the family hope that you will do the investigation, you bring everybody to justice. If justice be served to everybody, people will be afraid. But so long it happened the first time and nothing happened, no investigation, everything good, that people will continue to do the same thing. I saw the picture of the lady talking about VDM, her phones or everything. We don't know. We don't have CC camera that will tell us the body was dropped here, or it's again rape, or like we don't know anything about that. So how can we tell? And right now, for the police actually to come out to us and tell us that he will launch investigation again, I would say it's a waste of time, because of reason somebody died.
Everything, but you must have investigation regardless of the timing. But you must carry on something.
Yeah, you must say something, but at least you try to give people time. You can't keep everybody in suspense like that. The rates will keep going up higher and higher. Joint security coming together. Yes, let the joint security come. So if they come now, will we be secure? How prepared are they to help us in the process? People can just sit on a place and then they say nobody can pass it. Certain community, they say because of Corona menace, so you can pass it. You can be putting other people's life restricted like that because of certain people. I don't find it necessary. Or
so your take here is for the police or the joint security should have a rapid approach in terms of patrol at night.
Yes.
And the visibility of the joint security should be felt in all areas.
Yeah.
Okay. So you there, we are here, we're talking about national issues, and this is key to the growth and development of our country. If we have these kind of killings, early morning you wake up, you hear somebody, lifeless bodies being found, sometimes stabbed while like the late Vivian, been told that her belongings were still with her.
Yes.
So now, the issue here is, what did go wrong?
It's the question.
Because, mind you, if her belongings were found correctly on her, that cannot be something like, oh, she was in a scuffle, or robbers wanted to take away her belongings, because the belongings are intact.
Mm-hmm.
And
Everything.
up to the morning hours when the lifeless body was seen, um will you tell me that you have grenade men passing all in the street at night? No one saw that body lying there to have ventured to take those belongings and stuff like that. There are deeper investigation that needs to be carried out on the matter, because she's not just an ordinary person. She plays
Exactly.
a pivotal role in the sporting arena, and there
That's a
must
proper
be,
investigation
yeah,
that should be done.
there must
Because
be a
everybody will be
investigation.
like, that the value you are protecting, they didn't take the value. So what went wrong on the scene? I saw her phone. I said, but what's the problem?
So we ask that the Justice Ministry through the Liberal National Police do a thorough investigation, and you know, there are times in which you can trace the scene from the field. Why on the field? What was some of the interaction she had? You understand? Who were those that she interacted with? Were there any wall of voids? And you know, yeah, maybe some you have some scuffle with somebody, like you know, you're on the field and you're discussing sports and you get a local head sometimes.
Yes.
You
It
just
can
say
happen.
things, or probably you might have had some aggression somewhere in between while on her way, but it's just confusing. So the police needs to do more, and find the culprits that are responsible for her passing. So we want to say to the bereaved family and the LFA, our deepest condolences for the loss of the late Vivian Sumo, who play a pivotal role in the female soccer. Yes, she was one of those forceful former players, and became a technical staff, yes, of the female soccer in this country. So more to be said. Too many things happening. Too many things happening. All in the corridors. You have they just ended election, by election. You went for a training prior to your departure to Sierra Leone. How was the training?
Never. It was good.
So how was the outcome? It was all female capacity building or elections for?
No, none of this. It was actually a business. I
No,
went to
I'm not talking about your trip to Sierra Leone, your trip to Ganta. Was it
Oh
Ganta?
yeah. It was to Kakata. It was on a Friday. It was their election reporting, yeah, and the inclusiveness of how you call them, the people with disability and women participation in leadership. Yeah, so Net is trying to put in a system where the blind will be able, the disabled, they're just the disabled will be able to
No,
participate.
the word is too harsh. Visually impaired.
Okay.
Mhm.
The visually
Physically
impaired.
challenged.
Okay. Yeah, so that those that are physically challenged can be part of the electoral process, because some of them express that disappointment that they are always left alone, in the sense that they can't work. So what they want to do is that at least next should work along with them, find a teacher for them, somebody who understands the sound, so that they that still can go to their other friends then, and then tell them how the voting process can be, how they will do it. So these are just some of the things we're trying to talk about, and we were looking at the women participation in leadership, how every political party should be able to ensure that women should be represented in the whole 50%, and the male 50%.
No,
Where
that is another discussion for another time. But seriously, you women, I'm not foreseeing this coming to reality because you yourself, you are fighters against yourself. Yeah, you fight against yourself. So to achieve that, it's going to take a very longer time.
Exactly. It's gonna be, but if let's just look at it. We fight among ourselves. Yes, it's true.
You're not supportive of each other.
It's true. But let's look at it on party line. At times, the party will be like, the need strong person to carry on the ticket. This lady is not strong. This lady cannot deliver to us. We cannot be the loser in this district. We need more people in the house. We cannot put this lady there. Why will you stop me?
So right now, I put this to bet. If we open the lines right now and we challenge people, the calls comes in, you will have the male dominating, and the females, you are always shy to speak out on these issues. And you are directly affected by these same things that are being discussed. Why can't you come out and speak? So how are you going to achieve this goal when you have bulk of the women who feel shy to express themselves on issues that affect them? You see a woman getting into a particular venture, the same group of women will gang against her and wanting to see her fail. So how can you achieve that?
It's something that we live with. Yes, we ourselves.
So I just forget about 50-50 bit.
No, but at times, you get all the time. You get allowed to
When
participate.
somebody not waiting, somebody not waiting
Sometimes
to
we can
forget them.
be waiting to do it. We just want you to give all your support. We will do it. Like I have somebody say, but even if we give you at the time, you will stay blown off. I said, but it better give all the time, not blown off, because you see, like someone said, that lady not fit. Our own friend telling us that we are not fit. Only because probably you know the person's social side of life. So
No, now
all that stuff, but that's wrong.
this is where we are now. This government is inclusive. We see in top notch areas, females are being appointed. We now have different minister proper, Geraldine Josh. She's no more Mario. Her last name. I'm sorry, but a different minister. Yeah. Well, last name. Find out last name. Yeah. So let's understand that we have a female appointed, first of its kind at the as a presidential press secretary. We have a female there. We also have the foreign affairs minister, a female. Education ministry, the minister is a female. You also have gender is always a female, so
yes,
gender. You also have the police RG have requested the application of a female to fill in the post of the spokesperson for the Liberia National Police. So when that is concluded, you have a female serving in a capacity for I don't know how many years now. You haven't had a female to serve in that capacity.
Sure.
So it's time that you guys stand up. And mind you, there are a lot of people in the corridors that and more of them are females who are castigating this whole person. Why should it be female? And females are not rep yet to fit in that position. The females are weakling. The females are this. But do you know? Have you come to realize that you have very strong women in this time that can even do even more than what the male can do?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So we need to understand that women, you need to have that self-confidence. That's one of the things. You need to be supportive of each other. That's what is lacking.
But first, like I believe, like if somebody cannot support me, what should I do? Like I should build up my own confidence and prove to them like I can do it. I don't have to wait for somebody approval before I do what I want to do. Because for you to find your friend woman supporting you back to back is really hard. Because you're even be doing it and she'll be saying another thing to get you off track. So like just go for what you want to do. Just do what you can do. So like People will see your effort and know that you are working towards something. But if you're waiting for everybody to give you that hint, the way some men, the other men, then I mean some men, the other men here can go in and say, all right, there's a negotiation. Let's take this man, let the man represent us. If they may win,
so for me right now, if you ask my view on the ensuing elections of the President of Liberia, I would prefer a female candidate.
I hope you saw how our election was peaceful.
I would prefer a female candidate to serve as the president of the President of Liberia. There's no doubt about that. So we need competent females to get into the process. As we learned that the Kanaba team will be coming up with a statement regarding this PL elections business because the case stay in court. So I think they'll be taking the matter and PL will be going to elections. So we look forward to seeing female candidates. Yes, not just a female being supportive, stand behind us, advice. No, we want to see you as a lead. You understand?
Yeah, which one will be there? It's not all the time will be your vice president.
We've tried the male. It's now time we try the female. So we'll see where the President of Liberia will go, because I, for one, I want to see the President of Liberia owning her own building. Yes, I, for one, want to see the President of Liberia putting into mechanism strategies that will give power to that union to regulate the activities of journalists in this country.
We actually pray that things.
So if we see a female taking, females are mothers. They know how to persuade the men.
Sure.
That's why you see we incorporate females in institutions for so many reasons. Right now, if we want to get a particular business and I'm a male, I go there, my colleague would now really want to look me in the face, like the way in which when you go there as a Martina, as a female, to go and negotiate on that basis. You see it? Okay, so that's why even in the military, in our sector, the females play a pivotal role. So the opportunity should be given you. And we want to say to all of you females, there's something great about you that you yourself you have not even come to realize. So until you identify that purpose, you identify that gift that you have, you still be around the place asking people to support you, and you can make a push and things gonna happen. So folks, let's get the commercial commitment. When we come back, we'll open the lines. We'll talk about these security things. We'll talk about other things that matters, the county meet and so forth. It's a Martina and Rufus Cannon presentation on the Afternoon Conversation right here on Love FM 105.1. Let's get this commercial commitment to be right back.
Liberia, are you ready? I said, are you ready to become a landlord? First time in Liberia, you can win a 2-bedroom house as a grand prize only with Rooster Cell MTN Recharge and Bumper campaign. Yes, with Recharge and Bumpy to become a landlord. Plus, win plenty of other prizes weekly, like cash prizes, TV, motorbikes, smartphones, soft drink, packs of original Coke, data, credit, and many more. That's right, your next recharge can win you amazing prizes like airtime, data, smartphones, original Coke from G5 Brewery, motorbikes, and more. Did I mention you can win a grand prize of a 2-bedroom house and become a landlord? Yes. LRB, Recharge and Bumpy. Recharge and Bumpy. Recharge with Momo on Scratch Card or buy your data a minute with mobile money and win Boku.
MTN. What's it making your face sour again today? Bah, I'm supposed to pay my landlord today, but I forget today like Saturday and the bank is closed soon. But a big problem, but in no start MTN mobile money get push and pull service. Oh yeah, I can withdraw the money from my bank account to my mobile money account and pay my landlord in 5 minutes. Hey, thank you, Jojo, thank you.
Banking with any of these banks: GT Bank, UBA Bank, Access Bank, Echo Bank, LBDR, IB Bank, Afriland Bank, or Global Bank. Simply visit the bank and request to link your bank account to your mobile money account.
Get access to your money whenever you need it without any headache. It only takes 3 minutes. Mama more. Whenever, wherever.
MTN.
Hey, you get the way you can be making your face, you get also.
You boy, I need money quick. I get too much expensive on my head this month and right and I get.
So like everything I will tell you, tell Momo Loan, man.
Momo loan? Mobile money get bank now?
No, Momo Loan like some kind of quick service loan mobile money can give you. You can borrow up to 20,000 Liberian dollar at a very low interest rate and pay in 7 days, 28 days, or 30 days.
You joking?
So you see phone in my face? You can give me your phone, man. That star 156 star 6 hash.
It's like ABC. For how do I pay back?
Let's see when you credit, man. Just that star 156 star 6 hash and select repay loan. Pay the poor money back.
I can credit again tomorrow?
You can borrow back. See your ways.
Whatever you need that little bit of money for, Momo Loan here for you. Dial star 156 star 6 hash today and take a loan.
MTN.
You can also advertise your goods and services with us. We are located on 10th Street, Cinco, right in the technology building. Of course, you can come and advertise. We play your jingles as your jingles. It's been played on the radio. It's also simultaneously carried out on our online radio, loveradioonline.com, all over the world. In as much you have access to the internet, you log on to loveradioonline.com. You're going to hear us in time. So this is the afternoon conversation. Martina Topard and Rufus Divan Khan in presentation. Put through your calls. Let's talk about these national issues and other things that turn to burn your chest on 0887 105 105, 0778 665073. Are the numbers to call 0778 665073, 0887 105 105 are the numbers to call this afternoon, and let's talk about these key national issues. What tend to bring your chest? Other things we start to talk about: the patrol of the police or the joint security in the community. Let the security presence be felt. There are some communities that are no-go zone at certain hours of the evening. Some communities you don't just travel there. Most especially you have valuables. Certain places you cannot go late evening. And these are things that scare investors. These are things that put away people who have potential minds of investing. Because, mind you, we saw this morning, we woke up to the news that the Lion Stationery store around before reaching the ELW Junction area was burglarized. Some criminals went in there and made away with several valuable items from the store. We've been told the store was burst in and valuables were taken away. These things, come on, they are scary. And you have some Liberians who are determined they will build a little booth, put in the goose, and the winter season is coming. Put in the goose, and these guys are very crafty. They have this welding machine where they would
even photocopy the keys.
They'll do a lot of things. For my own vehicle business, my own community, they've broken in my vehicle several times. Oh yes, that one I know.
They're closer to red light.
There are no more thing for them. So what we normally do, we take out personal belongings, batteries, and all stuff like that. We ring and those things from the car, and instead of them breaking through the windows, all you need to do is just leave the car open, and don't lock it, because I've locked my car several times, and the guys have used keys to open. And the first time they burst the side windshield, and they made away with some valuables from my car. The following time, they got in the car. They couldn't see anything, so they just scatter all of the documents and things are hiding in the car. So this is something that is becoming usual for our friends. Most of them don't want to work. All they want to do is to get it on a silver platter when people go and labor for it. Somebody, we were in the conversation and the person said, when we try to do comparative analysis on the issues that happened in time past and now, this human right business, we are not calling for that because it is something that is not welcoming, because we've seen even people who were not culpable of these acts, they've been malhandled. The issue of mob violence. Mob violence in time past, it curbed a lot of issues. And you understand, we're not propagating that it should take full charge, no, but we're doing a comparative analysis on when people took decisions in their own hands, they took their own security in their hands.
And that was
where when criminals were caught, they were malhandled. So it served as a deterrent. So at the end of the day, I can remember it was during the first term of Ellen, yes, when the red light situation where some guys were caught and they were malhandled. You could pass through the red light. You have your phone set, you on the light showing. No one could come out to you and because they knew at the time when you are caught, they are caught in the process, they will be malhandled. But nowadays, what the guys normally do, they go about doing these things in broad day. They go about, even when you have security officers around, they will do these things. And the security officers, most especially, the man, he's just a single person. And these guys are brave. They move with machetes.
Yes.
If you want to know that the time is terrible, you sit and talk to some of these guys. You will see all sorts of weapons on them. Scissors, the knives, the machetes, all on their side, under the kind of
screwdriver, everything with them, and they are walking with it on the street. They have one on the side they can play in really like they will intentionally hit you, and then when you make a stop to ask them like what happened, you hit me like that. Don't think like he will tell you sorry or he will add to what you're arguing, because he want you to lose focus so his friends can come around, and before you made up your mind, and then they have taken all of your belongings. I was in real like yesterday and 2 weeks ago. They did that same thing to me. So I understood that there's that new style. The guy just walked with me, just hits me that kind of way. I said, I did my respect to my heart. Let me just forget it. So lucky that somebody hear me, but say forget what I think. The moment you stay to say you arguing with it, boy, all your friends are looking at you, they will tear your back. So you have to move. Why all the time, what can really annoy me is that we talk about those things and no action taken about it. It can make me to feel bad, because these boys then should be taken from where they are. If there's a means that we can carry them to the rehabilitation, they'll us taking them, but killing people on the street, harassing people for their things.
I just got a news. I just got a news this morning that one of my former co-worker, in person of Sekou Kroma, used to live in the New Georgia area there. He got stabbed. A lady who passed and her son found himself in this drugs issue. On the wakekeeping of his mom, as I've been told, he and his gangs went there and stole people's phones. So Sekou went in to retrieve the phones that were stolen. He and his gangs jumped on him and stabbed him to death. So that young promising man met his demise on the basis of someone's personal gains, and he have lost his life. Can you imagine? When you have, that's what we say to the parents. Do not eat your cake while it is still on the oven. You allow the children to have their ways. you allow the children to grow up to certain levels, and at the end of the day,
some
it's become
parents feel like he's
uncontrollable.
the only boy, she's the only girl, and my heart scream until the child spoiled, and then you don't. Yeah, say now you have to identify your own child. That's really wrong. Train up your child. You have to be strong. You think like other people who you see protecting their children, you have things say they're protecting their children because they want to show up. No, you must be a representation of your family, your parents, and everybody who helped to bring you up. But this thing is not like that. People feel like their own child or children is too extra, and that's why they get everything wrong. Because if you want to take your child is too extra, then your child don't listen. Some children are only afraid of their parents. They're not afraid of anybody. I don't care what you say. So it's not their parents that talk to them. They don't make a move. So like that, the child is growing up, and the moment they reach a certain age, they already have their own will, and then they start doing what even you, the parents, you not even have the face to explain. So that's why we get all of these people on the streets back and forth.
Last time we while we were coming from the field, I saw something, right? And it's troubling. If care is not given, during the first term of Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, a measure was put in place where Madam Mary Brough, alongside members of the Mary Brough, member of the task force of the gender ministry, were taking girls from the streets, adolescent girls from the streets.
Yeah.
And girls were taken from the streets and placed in a safe home. We don't know, we no longer hear about these things. And now, I saw teenagers yesterday on the field smoking marijuana. Teenagers, babies, beneath the steps of the stadium. I saw these kids literally smoking. I saw these kids doing unusual things. So I'm like, this generation at this stage is troubling. What more about a few years to come if care is not given? So this is a daunting task for the Ministry of Gender. We have most of our young sisters that have turned out to be sex traders at night. These kids go out to trade sex. Go to the New Georgia Junction. Go to the Battlesville Junction. Go to the supermarket, the Elfview, the Cinco area, the entertainment centers. Go there. And yesterday was another day where the people have what they call that things there? The gathering, eh?
Yeah.
Yesterday was their gathering. And they had it on the Somalia Drive,
right now,
where in the MVDC yard.
Yeah.
If you have gone to see the young people, the kids who turned out there yesterday, and there are lots of things that are happening within that cycle. Or lots of things. You see literally the young people smoking the hard substances. And now, this is one thing we want to bring to the attention of Mr. Avery Kromah and his team. These are places that you need to send your agents. Every last Sunday, they carry on this thing they call the gathering.
Yeah, the gathering.
Where young people converge to a particular place. First, they used to do it along the Rawasi Highway there on the beach. Now, they are no longer there. They brought it to the palace. And they no longer host it there. Now they're going to the MVTC area. It's a fun approach where the young people gather, to entertain themselves. But there must be some level of restriction. There must be some sanity. You understand? It's a good approach. We are not against it, right? Because, mind you, this is where you can even use that gathering to educate young people to become good citizens. The founder of that idea or that venture should transform it into something of academics. Mix entertainment with academics. You can use that gathering to educate the females on how to take care of themselves. And you have these institutions supporting them, sponsoring them. You can use that means to educate. There are a lot of young girls who don't know how to take care of themselves. Likewise, the young men who don't know how to take care of themselves. So if you have a peer counselor there, before you go to the entertainment aspect of it, the peer counselor there to coach you and tell you how to go about life, how to develop your career path and understand your purpose in life as a young person, that gathering will be fruitful. That gathering will serve as a driving force for the transformation of the generation.
Oh yeah, because you are right. Because let's say they got some brand there, right? Like Too Easy. They got some people selling their businesses. So like in the time before they go into the business side, it's better they carry on the awareness, they educate the children. That like I said, some children can be there and out of. They educate the young ones that are there how to make life good before you talk about celebration, know how to do things. But what I drew my attention to is the young girls on the streets when it comes to the smoking.
Oh, go to the gallery, you'll see a girl.
Yes, I don't know where they are coming from.
Let me not cut you off. Homosexuality.
Everything in that gallery.
All the bad things you think about. It can be practiced.
If you want to see guys on the streets with us smoking, just there alone, sending by right to Duboro Junction, and you will see them there portraying themselves. They're smoking on the ring. They are there on the. They are from whom? I believe that DEA boss, if you shouldn't look for those who were the big ghettos, then you try to take the children to all of the streets and carry them to the rehabilitation, it would be okay for them. Gallery is good. It's good for young people to come together, have fun time, you meet some of your friends, but what are they taking back home? Nothing.
What? Those that visited the gallery on yesterday.
Nothing.
What are they taking back home? Oh, I saw one girl, the girl was half naked last night. I saw one boy, the boy, he's a homosexual. I saw here a friend kissing. I saw here a friend doing X, Y, and Z.
And at times they use loan start, they use more money to purchase ticket or buy something. Why in a sense they can carry on a dialogue, some game educative program and think even though it's a social stuff, but some social thing can be educative at times. But nothing like that. And they will be in a happen like every one of them, they will pack and say, you see, or God,
everybody of black people of black minds. So if me and myself in our tiki taka thing, we group ourselves. When the other people in the other thing, we group themselves. That's how they group themselves in the gallery. So the gallery is a fun thing, right? It's a good approach, but the manner and the form is carried out.
It's bad.
We talk about recreation. It's good that people go for recreation, but what message, what lesson are they taking back home after the recreation?
Nothing.
What message are they taking back home? What training are they taking back home? So if those young people who will go there to see the happenings, if they can take back home knowing that they have the potential to transform themselves for the better future, if they carry back home a piece that if you as a female, what you need to do and what you are not to do during the certain time of your menstrual cycle. There are a lot of young people who go to those places, they do not even know how to take care of themselves.
And like if the place get more crowded and then it is late, women become vulnerable if they drink.
Oh yeah.
And what becomes of you in that process? This is why you see tears,
insecurity thing. Because the bad ones that are amongst them, they gang themselves to take away valuables from the vulnerable ones.
Yes.
You see a lot of them who go to that gallery, they carry machetes, they carry all sort of weapons. So the female becomes the victim.
Yes.
You carry your little iPhone this, iPhone that. When you live in that gallery, if you don't have somebody to serve as a security for you to guide you out of that place, you be attacked.
Exactly. What would you say? What, like, every time you go out, you go to a place or group of young people, and then you come back, you don't have anything to say. Just say, oh, yes, they play the phone. Okay, they play okay. So
with
what they do? Like, I don't get it.
It was my first time taking alcohol. It was my first time taking in marijuana. Oh, they get the other thing at the couch.
Okay,
Yeah, my
again,
first
another
time taking.
side.
That's the only thing you
What
get.
kind of stuff? Nothing being educated for them. I expect for the host of the show to try to educate people every day. At least, even if the security can be there and checking some of the boys then back from. Because you know, like when you're in gathering with us, some people get anger issue. And then something happen, they run for that bag immediately, they want to do something. Check in the children bag. Something that have to happen for that place a gathering. Anything can happen at any time. Check in their bags to know if they are carrying weapons, if they are carrying drugs. Because some of them can carry the drugs to go to smoke it and get half. And instead to find their way home, it's not easy. And then at the end of the day, they start to misbehave. Their parents don't know where they are, where they sleep, and then at the end of the day, they ready to be going up high on people and say, oh, the government fund means for the other group of people. They will put one in the budget for the less privileged. They put the other one. Some of them have everything the less privileged that apparently living, but they are already less privileged because, yeah.
0887-105-105, 0778-665-073. Hey, Tony, how you doing, man? I know you behind this post. Prestige Motor Liberia. Hey, you there in Clariton? How you guys doing? Hey, Tony, my good boy Tony, how you doing, Tony? I guess you guys doing fine there at Prestige Motor. We look forward to doing business with you guys. Yeah. So now, understanding another thing that has to do with us, the young people. We no longer see this peer counseling. When we were in school, we had peer counselors. Back then, I don't know if they still have it in the Catholic schools, because I graduated from a Catholic school. We have peer counselors. So
Yes.
people who will coach you, like you have people right now, even in the senior high school level, at the senior high school level, you in 10th grade, 11th grade, 12th grade, some even in the 12th grade, they do not even know what they want to do after 12th grade, after
Not
high
at
school.
all.
So we need mentors. We need people who will mentor our children, who will coach our children to do the things that they are to do. Because, mind you, I foresee a very serious situation in a few years from now. The young people back then, you hear somebody involved into crime, maybe, but these days it is broad. See how the guys brutalized a young friend and took away his life. Let's get this caller on the line. Hello.
Just contact.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Your name and you join us from where?
Thank you very much for the program. This is Abu Baba, the chairman for the Black Football to Mama, calling for 20th Street this afternoon.
Let's hear you, Abu.
Yeah, thank you. It's unfortunate to hear a judgment on young family women that making impact in our society. I mean, I'm so sad.
Oh yeah.
And the government have to do everything to give us security. I mean, I said your police is nothing for the woman. So what is this thing? This country is getting terrible by the day. But brother, this country, they are not taking every home they have. They put a government. They thing. And my brother, I just want to use a minute to appeal to the national government, to the city corporation. Please, we know we all pray for the sanity of the city, the cleaner of the city. We report it to us because the city clean will look good for us. But for we that just able to we that is like Bama, we that on the street taking my brother. Bama, they're beyond there. Just want to see set up police come there, putting rope all over. There are black people that we are crippled people that will not say that will move. We are no problem, not to actually meaning. As just far away from the road, say the police, I'm going to take my bar, I'm going to take my me, I'm going to go in the community. Just the woman, I can't walk. So we are appealing to them, please, we know they have to do the work, but let it come down or with the disabled. We are not on the road, we are not balancing them, we are from, I want you to go and take them on the Catholic. You are setting. They came in, everybody put water and go back, they come out of my bar. So for me, I get appealing to them, we're not taking a violence. We are appealing to the national government, to the state corporation, please, we allow them with the disabled. We are in Bamuma, I tell my minute, we are only on the street. I said, all of them want to see the problem, they play clear. I don't know what they're telling my many on the community yesterday furniture here. They say I'm gonna take my back. I ain't gonna walk. How would take back? How would go? So I'm gonna get back on the street again to bed. At least you all come down, I'm gonna be here. I said I double all the stable.
Oh, yes.
I came in less 3 minutes and less 3 months. I had a time 1 minute, baby. I still I telling my minute. Don't tell my children. Yeah, they say I'm gonna move the driver on the street. I mean, the city corporation have to see recently. Don't have appeal to them. Thank you for giving me opportunity to use a minute to appeal to the city government. Thank you, my brother, for opportunity.
Thank you so much. Okay, we'll try to find you, my brother. We'll try to definitely find you. So we have this conversation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's troubling. Let's be real, right? He struck a point that really touched me. Where he said he don't want to beg.
Yes.
Like others are begging around
And
the place.
he's doing something to feed his
What
family.
he got from his begging, he has transformed it into his own business, and that's what he and his family living by. So our approach, we need to visit the approach that we take on issues at times. That kind of person who's trying to make ends meet. He's not troubling anybody or extorting money from people. He's trying to make life by selling his commodity. Come on, Mr. City Mayor, you need to see reason in getting your guys to understand what it is in their approach. We know that you want to have a city ordinance, but there are certain approach that you need to take to make this thing something worth so that everyone can appreciate. 0887-105-105, 0778-665-073 are the numbers to call. You know, I told somebody the other day, if you feel that your family member is not involved into this drug issue, if you feel your family member, none of your relatives, your nieces or nephews are involved at the moment, don't feel so secure and say, my family member not is so I don't care. There should be each and every one of us concerned.
Yes.
Today, I was talking to you. I am a victim of it. My brother's son. He blessing it for us. He have come to his senses. That child left somebody who is very creative for us, our family, male. We are born with the gift. We play instruments. Most especially the drum. We don't go to school for playing drum. The baby today born, as soon as that baby sees a drum or a table, he starts to create a sound. That is in my family. Okay. And this, my brother's son plays the drum well. All of a sudden, he started to mingle with bad friends.
Okay.
He began to smoke. And he got himself involved into all sorts of things. But blessing it for us, he have come to his senses. So I can sit there and see that some of you, that your children are outside there. When they get involved into these things, mine have been rescued. Yours won't be rescued. He may go to the extent of wherein his life will be taken away. Because amongst them, they get angry, they get involved with other gangs, they stab each other. This is a national call. It shouldn't be politicized. Our brothers and sisters, young brothers and sisters, are going astray by the day. I was deeply surprised, Martina. I stood, though it was raining, I stood under that rain for several minutes, contemplating on what next after here. The generation of tomorrow are the ones that have been destroyed today.
Because it's somehow touching, you know, like people who you know, you don't have to, like what you say, you don't have to be a family member before you get that kind of chill on your skin. Even some of your friends, you live in the same community before, and then you see them involved in the sort of thing. Then when you meet them, nothing they beg you for but food to eat. Can I just get $50 of me by breaking? I know somebody who went to school. He's very smart. But if I see him on the street, he'd be there, I drop me something. Man, who his father get money? You say money. Anytime you want to rather come to class, you will do it. Your father will do it. But your father are taking all over. Still, he cannot come to his senses. What he want. But when you open your mouth to speak for you, trust me. We first be a fault for everything that boy is saying. But the just he can be like tea for me to just lead it. Just I can eat a 2 cup of rice a day, just for an hour like that, and then in the night I'll get something again to eat. I said, but what you can be eating and say that just can make you to eat, it can make you to feel good, and they would be telling you a whole lot of things. And even if you tell that thing and say, before I change it, I'm gonna take God.
And the worst thing about it, when they're taking these substances, the people who even produce it and sell it, they don't take it. What sense does it make to you? A man who sells the thing to you, he cannot take it. His child cannot take it.
Mm-hmm.
It won't break. I mean, I listened to one of the victims, and this girl was explaining. They have this prank group where they'll go out and tell you to cry for $1,000. And this girl started to explain her life story. She started to explain some deeper things, and people were kind of laughing. But I took keen interest in it because you know why? She know all of these things. She just need a push. They need transformation. And we say kudos to Jojo, Coffee with Jojo.
Yes,
how you call him? Pastor Milton Blahi, and you have Pastor Reverend Jerry Siri, all these people and all others who are trying their best, like the likes of Honorable Darius DeLong. He have his own area there too, a rehabilitation center. If we can have a holistic fight where we get our brothers and sisters, the drugs is actually taking away a lot of talents. I mean, I listened to the folks from Milton Blahi's home there, right?
Mm-hmm.
The children are creative. They have come up with their own songs. They have come up. We will try to get him one of these days.
And you read it doing well for them.
And bring few of his team members here, so that they explain to our brothers and sisters who find themselves in this game. Some of them, they are there, not that they want to be there. The circumstances. That's why we say to the national government, create an enabling environment, the environment where the private sector will be very lucrative to absorb the less basic people. Because if I am opportune and I'm in the private sector, I can create my business, and my business can attract 5 to 8 employees. You know how many persons through that 8 miles that are going to be feeding on? If I employ 8, let's say 8 of those people that will be employed, each of them, they have dependents. Like, let's say 2 of each. You know how many we're talking about that? So that's what we say. This thing shouldn't be government.
We ourselves have to work together.
Make this thing a holistic fight. Let the private sector be a place that will be attractive. See, you have to go away, Sierra Leone, to go and receive vehicle. That tells you the custom duty tax. The tax at the Freeport of Monrovia is so high.
Yes.
So you as a struggling business person cannot venture at the airport. So what are you gonna do? You use other countries and just pay less and come on. It's sad. This is very serious. That's why you were talking something.
You know, like when I called to the border in the evening, the trial was delaying. I should have been on a Wednesday, but then we came on a Thursday. So I tried to drive into the just issue. When we reached to the border, they said, oh, when the border closed, nobody can pass. 6 o'clock sharp, when the border is closed, you will not pass. So I was like, You know, I went on a business, but I didn't carry ID, I didn't do anything. My other friend was with me. I met them along the Sierra Leone Road. So everyone up or stop right there. He had their office car from finance. So when we got there, it was already late. It was 9:30. I think 8 or 9:30, something like that. So I tried to ask those that living right to the border there. I said, is it the law? Is it how you have been over the past time that after 6 nobody crossed the border? The people say, yeah. So the guy left and he said, if you cross, they will steal your things then. So the better you sleep right in Jeremiah and then in the morning you resume. I said, oh, but I have to go to work early morning. And the time the show can start, I will not be able, I'll already be late. So no way I can talk to the security so they can allow me. I didn't bring anything. The person, you know, the only way you can pass here unless somebody working in the government call to the security on duty for that night, you will cross, or ambassador, or from, you know, just name me some area. So then I pinched my friend from finance. I said, you better listen to what the guy is saying. He said, that's it. You have to call somebody from in the government to speak for you to pass. So when I wanted to talk, he said, no, you're not being able to listen to here. Let's find place. And then in the morning, when we our own car going, then we can discuss it. So when the break was coming, I said, what you really understand when it comes to just coming in the country, how you understand it? Because if I saw them, they were searching commercial, but they don't search the private vehicles like that. So my focus was like, how just can enter here? They can be there, we get and how just they just can be here in the day, I just can be. So I was thinking how the just can actually enter in this place. If it is not an inside source from the border and the government that import just here, then how is it that just can enter in this country? Because if no means of entry at the hour of 6 p.m., how they can export the just in here? They can import the just. So I tried to drive into some of the things. He said, but see, it's different. I said, no. They are very hard on this guy who driving the Tesla. Because the guy don't got nobody to talk for him, so he's forced to sleep here. If there's the law that says nobody will pass, then they should, if they're telling me that the other ranking can pass, the other rank can pass, would there be a proper check into the cars? They said no, the person will just call and then the car will drive through. So stay along the road. So because they were playing on me, I said, but then you think just already move from here just now? It will not leave from here just now. If you high on the Tesla child, so what's about the man in his private vehicle that you cannot be high on him? So I was just.
We need to change our mindset. We need to change our approach. You know, like I always say to people, when the minds are developed, the eyes will appreciate the works of the hands.
Exactly.
So we need to develop our minds, transform ourselves through the renewing of our minds. Yes, the Bible says it, through the renewing of your mind. We must renew our minds so that we have a positive outlook. Any development starts from the mind.
Mm-hmm.
Liberians, cleaning our community, it starts from our mind. We must be willing to. We get into the government is not all government. You make the government. You are the government. You appoint people within government to spearhead issues, but you are the forerunners and branders of the government. You can make and break them. So if we take our time to do the necessary things, what we should be doing is to keep our community clean. If there is an outbreak of a disease in the community, you think the man that you say that is assigned in the government, that is responsible for regulation of this and that, you think he will feel the brunt of it? You will feel the brunt of it.
Exactly.
Because you are the same community dwellers who are placing the dikes in the various communities. You take upon your time, you give your dike to our less fortunate brothers. They will just walk few miles away from the house
and somebody
on the yard. All because the man know is the only means that he can get his little one or two to go and support his habit. What if we get the city government to put dumb cans in a community where you have this service, every Saturday, this service truck will come, or these keke, they got the dump truck part of it,
sure.
will come in the community and collect the various diets from the various homes, and they are taxed for the debt that they will take from your home. Like that, it will minimize the kinds of debt we see in the streets. It will minimize the kind of waste we see all over the place.
Exactly.
Making sure that now this system should be put in place. This is it. If you know you have your diet, all your plastic, the plastic should be placed, or the plastic waste should be placed in one can. All of the other ones that are not dissolvable should be placed in another can. Like you get a sardine cup, you get all the kind of bottles and things. They should be placed in a specific bag or so. Then all of the ones that like the plastic and all of the plastic materials, they should be placed in. Now, if we have the diet in a separate form and manner, trust me, you know that you can create energy from waste.
Yes.
You can create energy from waste.
Recycle all
You
the
recycle all the. So now we need people to educate our people. This is one of the things I saw last week. The city mayor for Monrovia, they were carrying on some exercises. They were going through a training, or the 3 days training on how to go about their approach in city government and all stuff like that. We look forward to seeing the actions, right? But more needs to be done. That's why we say the media plays a pivotal role in the nation.
Exactly.
So we as media practitioners, let us understand our own roles and responsibilities and act in that line. We have a social corporate responsibility. We know this is where we generate our resources from. But now, if you have the city government coming to pay for advertisement, there must be some leverage given. And you understand?
Yes.
So it is your own social corporate responsibility, because when the information is passed on through your medium, say where you heard it at. Oh, I heard it on Love FM. I heard it on this other FM. I heard it through the social media posts. And you understand? Now, our country will be developed. We will start to see development because the minds are developed. But we just say that the people think, no, it's not the people's thing. It's about you and I.
You know, for us to work together is really difficult. We always want to blame government.
But who makes the government?
But we can forget. We can forget.
But they never forget.
We can forget. Do you think like what you are saying? You should separate the can, separate the blast the labyrinth. Labyrinths.
We can do it. It's nothing hard. Now, like for instance, if you, for some of you who are at your homes, you get your dump area, right? Now, since you know that you get a sport food, look for a bag where you put that rest, that commie, or whatever sport, plastic. All of the plastic like waste should be in another can. So now, when those who come to get this diet, it makes it very easy, and those hard or solid waste will be separated from the other waste. They got so many types of waste. So now, if you have the city government, like you have the EPA coming to explain to us, go to red light, you see the filthiness of red light. See the number of plastic. And this is one of the things that is not perishable.
I try to understand if the people in red are above the law. They sell from Sunday to Sunday. So how and when with the city government cleaning place? Because every day the people say they feel that nobody get money from there. Like people development go on and people have to cry, but I don't think MCC says it's working. Because the people sit there, the people can live on there, I think so they not like 10 o'clock for the different.
I want a PCC.
PCC people will see the people there, they will not take the people from there. The people will come on Sunday, from Sunday to Sunday, the people will remain there. They will make that deck there. Then after they will sit down in a seat deck. So what will be the time for PCC to come and then clean up error? It's not possible. And then that they will make the deck right here. They will leave it right here. The people the other one what she said she will leave on the deck right here. And the deck will just be all around the place. And they did that because they sit there. They said, how they said that you are not giving the people the space to clean up the place. So the area will continue to be the same. Let them clean the streets. When they clear the street, the people will clean the streets.
Okay, so time and time spend 0778665073 087-105-105. Let's talk about these things that matters. We have limited time with us. So Martina, any final word before we take leave of the folks?
Yeah, let us all work together collectively to clean our country, a healthy nation, healthy people. Let us continue to maintain our peace and let our government try to look at our safety. We depend on them for our safety. Let them try to give us justice of what we deserve. Funding people body along the streets. That just ladies who leave their family, their kids, is somehow downhearted, but we call on the police to at least say something about the death of Vivian and others who have been left less phone. And let us just continue to keep the peace and let us work on our own safety, with our own security, our own CCTV for ourselves. So let us continue to work together collectively.
Well, thank you so kindly. She's Martina Neni Topashi, my co-pilot here. Neni way. Okay, thank you so much. We look forward to another fascinating time on Wednesday. But Neni and Fumba will be here on tomorrow. I'm taking my break until Wednesday. We'll be here by God's grace. My name is Rufus Divine Cannon. We've been talking about key national issues. We talk about the national security. We talk about appointments, new appointments made in government. We say congratulations to you, Mr. Prince C. Johnson III. You've been appointed as the NSA boss. We say congratulations to you. Congratulations to you for your service to the nation. Go and serve. We've also been told that Madam George is the defense minister proper. First of his kind, Liberia having a first defense minister as a female. Yeah, defense minister, female defense minister for his first time. We say congratulations to you. And all others who are appointed, we say go and serve your country well. Leave the party line and let us serve in the right direction. Because in union councils as a show with God above our rights to prove, we over all prevail. With hearts and hands, our country cause defending. We meet the full with valor unpretending. I always say to you, there are two things in this life you always be remembered for: the problems you create and the problems you solve. And you must take responsibility of two things in your life: your fortune and that of your misfortune. Mahatma Gandhi said, and I quote, "The difference between what we do and what we are capable of doing will suffice to solve most of the world's problems." Unquote. I'm Rufus Divine Cannon. I lead, and all follow. Have yourselves a wonderful and God blessed day. Indeed, the set time has come.
Of no safe depository of the ultimate powers of society, but the people themselves. And if we think them not enlightened enough to exercise their control with a wholesome direction, the remedy is not to take it from them, but to inform their direction by education. John Love